Alright guys, this is Brendan Sullivan, and I'm going to do a movie mashup for this week. I feel like this doesn't need full reviews. These movies don't need full reviews. I'm not saying that they're bad at all, but I'm just saying that it doesn't need an in-depth review like the Glass review did. But however, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do three movies that are going to be movies that, two of them are going to be movies I say don't see, and then one movie is going to say that I see. These movies don't really need reviews at all. There's just films I didn't like and films I did like. Alright, to start it off, the movie I did like was Cold Pursuit. Good movie. I feel like you should go see it. Liam Neeson does great. Two movies I don't think you should see are Prodigy. Some people say it's not as bad as the critics are saying, but I thought this movie was awful. Don't go see it. Also, Replicas. God, Replicas. Oof. Keanu Reeves, I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but it's not good. It's not a good movie. Stop acting for right now. Just do John Wick sequels until you don't want to do them anymore. But, however, the three movies I'm going to review today is The Kid That Would Be King, They Shall Not Grow Old, and Lego Movie 2. I think these movies need a full review. It's not going to be long reviews for each of them, probably 2 minutes at most, but I'm going to try to see if I can give you an example of why I like these movies. So let's get started. The Kid That Would Be King is another British comedy kids film that came out within the last 2 years. Paddington 2 came out last year. That movie was actually good. Not great, good. This film, though, however, is just trash. People have been saying that some good things about it. It's an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't understand it. Very goofy ass writing, directing, acting, characters. Everything about this movie is just goofily stupid. And I understand it's for kids, and this is directed towards kids, but even kids that are like 10 to like middle school age, I don't think will like it. It's not goofy in a way that's weird. Weird is fine, but goofy in the fact that it has so many plot holes, it has so many annoying and obnoxious characters, so many laugh out loud stupid moments that it's trying to be serious or it's trying to be like, oh yeah, inspiring, but holy mother of God, this movie is just awful. Me and my brother were the only people in the theater alone. This movie bombed, and I'm not surprised why it bombed, but we were the only people in the theater, and we were just laughing our asses off for this film. And I generally think go see it if you want to see a shitty movie that you just want to sit down and laugh with your buddies about it. This is a great example, but if you want to see an actual good kids movie, pass on this. So I'm going to give my rating. It's going to be a 1 out of 10. This isn't good. Don't go see it. Besides Hannah Grace is the worst reviewed movie I've done on this channel so far. I highly recommend not seeing this movie. Don't waste your time. Guys, the next review I'm going to do is going to be very short. I'm just going to explain why I kind of liked it and why I didn't like it, because I don't want to spoil anything. I think this is a film that everybody should see. It's up for an Oscar for next year, I think, or it got snubbed, whichever one. However, I think this movie is highly underrated, and nobody's really talking about it that much, which is They Shall Not Grow Old, which I keep butchering the name because I thought it was They Shall Not Grow Old, and I just completely butchered the name, but it's They Shall Not Grow Old, the Peter Jackson directed documentary where they turn old war footage and they put sound and color to it, and stay for the credits, 'cause after the credits it will show it'll explain how they actually made the film, and I highly recommend this film. This is it. That's all I'm going to say. It's a great film. It's a great setup to a film, and I feel like they did the people in the film justice, and there is sort of a narrative in the film that is very interesting. The beginning is very boring sometimes until they actually put color into it and they start blending the sound and all that kind of stuff. But once that color, once they start putting those special effects into it, highly recommend it. Especially go see it in 3D. It's an experience, let's just say that. So my rating is a 9.4 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an A minus. Great movie. Go see it. That's all I gotta say about it. Alright guys, last movie is going to be another short one because I don't want to spoil any of the story at all, which is Lego Movie Part 2. Not as good as the first one, not as funny, not as magical, and not as great of scenes, not as like imaginative of scenes. However, I think the story is actually better this time. Story elements in the first one are very like similar, a very generic kind of. It works for the story. I'm not saying it's a bad storyline at all. I'm just saying that the story elements in the first one weren't as original. This one's kind of original, actually. This storyline is actually more original than the first one, and I feel like you're gonna if you get connected with the characters and you like the characters from the first one in Batman, Lego Movie, and all that kind of stuff, you'll get connected with these characters as well, and you'll still want to see where this ends up. And there's a lot of twists and turns I didn't see coming, and I was actually genuinely surprised. Like, oh, wow, kids movie actually generally can be good and can actually be an adult, but by also being original and also surprising the hell out of me. This film is better than I thought it was going to be, and it's actually the best movie I've seen of 2019 so far. Not by far, but it is the best movie I've seen of 2014 by far, at least fiction-wise. They Shall Not Go Roll is my favorite movie of the year that I've seen so far, but fiction-wise, I feel like this is a perfect culmination of what Lord and Miller can do. Sad to say that they didn't make their vision for a solo Star Wars story, and I wish they did because just going off of this is a fantastic film. I'm gonna give this movie a 9.3 out of 10, an A minus as well. All right, guys, thanks a lot for listening to my reviews. I hope you guys can subscribe. People that have not seen my channel before, like, subscribe. I love this movie. I love making movies. I love doing these reviews. So, as usual, stay original.